everyone, my name is Amanda. This is Ozzy. He's an umbrella cockatoo. He's 16 years old, and we adopted him about 2 weeks ago from a rescue near Charlotte, North Carolina. This channel is going to be all about Ozzy and his adventures and just his new life with us. You won't see our family a lot because we're all pretty camera shy, but Ozzy here loves the attention, so you'll be seeing a lot of this guy. But today I wanted to talk about adopting a parrot. The first thing you need to do is do your research. You need to research what birds you would like to adopt, purchase, and just make sure that it's the right time in your life to get this bird. Because so many people go out there and get the bird just because it's cute or it talks, and they have no idea what a responsibility this is. Ozzy, like I said, is 16, but he could live to be 80. So that's a lifetime commitment that you really need to think about with these larger birds. So just do your research before you adopt any animal, really. And then secondly, you need to do your research and find a good rescue or adoption in your area. We had to travel 2 hours and 40 minutes, the closest one to our house. So you may not have one around you, but they're still willing to adopt to you. You just have to make the effort to go and visit the birds and things like that. So then you find your rescue, and you're going to contact the rescue or adoption that you find, and they're going to tell you that you need, most of them say 2 classes. We took two 2-hour classes, so 4 hours altogether. You normally do this on the weekend online, and it was really easy, self-explanatory. We just went over everything that they wanted us to learn. And we learned a lot of stuff, a lot of things, that we needed to get rid of in our house that we didn't know, or things that could harm the bird. It was really, really good for us to do, and I hope most rescues do this. Once you do your classes, then they're going to let you fill out the application. And on this application, be honest. If you live in an apartment, you're probably not going to be able to have a larger bird that could get loud. Even some smaller birds get really loud. So they'll just be honest. And if you want to hold a bird right away, they're going to tell you, you're going to have to be more patient, or what birds are going to be more for you to adopt. Because some of these birds you may not ever be able to hold. Some of them may not ever talk. And a lot of people just get them for that reason. So when you adopt, you just need to think about these things. But be very honest on your application. And then be patient. That's the main thing I can say. Because I think it took maybe 2 weeks before they even called us back. But we had 30 people in our class. So that's 30 applications that they had to go through. So it is going to take some time. So you just have to be patient, and when they call you back, then you're going to start going for your visits. Now, normally with the one we adopted from, they want to do 3 visits. But since we live so far away, we did 2 visits, and on our 3rd visit, we adopted Ozzy, which worked out great for us because we didn't have to do 3 visits, then the 4th one adopt, because that would have been another ride to Charlotte. So just be prepared for all this. And I think it was about 6 weeks in total probably that we had in this. So it's not like you just pull up to a pet store, hey, I want that bird. That's just not how this process works. You have to be very patient, and you have to let the adoption agency or rescue do what they do, because they're in this for the birds. They know what they're doing. And you may think, because we said we wanted to be matched with an African Gray. Well, obviously we did not get an African Gray. But after we met Ozzy and we got him home, she matched us perfectly. So you have to go with your heart and just let the process work, because they know what they're doing. They're not going to send you home with a bird and be like, oh, they're going to bring that bird back in a week, because that would just put their process behind. So just believe in the process. But if you do feel like it's not a match or doesn't work, then you can tell them that, because she asked us several times what we thought. But after we went and met Ozzy, we knew he was the bird for us. So just be honest with the adoption and the rescue, and everything will work out fine. And then you're finally going to get to bring your bird home. But on your adoption day, what you need to remember is you're going to have some money put into that day. So what I would do is put at least $1,500 back, and that way you have the money already there for your bird. That's what we did. We just had our cash back, and the day we went, we were ready to go. Ozzy here was $400 to adopt, which was awesome because some people pay $6,000 for umbrella cockatoos. So we feel like that was a great deal, and we got a great bird. But we paid $400, and then the cage was $700. But you can tell that this cage is really big, which you don't have to go that big. You wouldn't have to spend that much, but we work 40 hours a week. So we wanted Ozzy not to feel confined and him to just have a lot of room to spread his wings, play with his toys while we're going to work. And it works out great. He loves this cage. And most places that you adopt from, some of them will have cages for sale, used cages. But unfortunately, the place we adopted from didn't have any large ones at the time, so we just purchased our own, which was fine because this is a great cage. If I had it to do over again, we would buy this one. This is a king's cage, and it has the safety locks all over, and he's never got out, not once. So we feel pretty confident in our purchase, and we really like this cage. We did look up and get the travel cage from the rescue for $20, so that was a great deal. So normally your rescue will kind of work with you, and you can kind of tell them, you know, the size you're looking for and everything, and they can work with you and try to give you a deal, and hopefully that'll, especially the smaller birds, they seem to have more smaller cages. Unfortunately, we needed a large one, but they should be able to work with you and help you out and even help you order. That's who we ordered from. We just told her what we were looking for, and they knew the best cages, the well-built cages, especially for cockatoos. And we just ordered ours, and it was really simple to put together. But that's just what you want to keep in mind, because your cockatoo, the price of your bird to adopt, your cage, your food. We went ahead and got the large bag of Tops pellets for Ozzy, and it was about $70, but that'll last him a long time. But you need to think about that as well, because these birds need a really good diet. It's just like us. We don't want to put junk in our bodies, and you don't want to give the bird junk. You want to give him good, healthy food, and it'll give him a longer life expectancy, which they already have, pretty long one, but you just want to give him the healthiest diet and best life you can. They also eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. Ozzy loves eggs. He'll eat grilled chicken. But you just need to think about that. You're going to have to put money into the food, the diet, and the toys. Ozzy loves toys. So you need to think about that. Your bird's going to have toys. It's going to be expensive, but you can. What I do is I go to thrift stores and buy baby toys and sanitize them, and then Ozzy loves baby toys. So you can just look around, you know, be smart about your purchases, but you're also going to have to purchase some of the larger toys. And most of Ozzy's toys range from about $30 to $50 because he's a large bird. But it's just something you have to think about when you're going to adopt these birds. And again, I'm just going to say, do your research. Make sure you really want a bird at this time in your life. Make sure you have time for your bird. Can you work and have a bird? Yes, you can. But when you get home, you need to spend time with the bird. You need to get the bird out. You need to just make sure you're giving that bird a good life. That's the whole point of you adopting her. I hope it was. That was our point, is we wanted to give a bird a good home. So you just need to make sure you're doing this for the right reasons, and that you have time and you have money. And if you don't have that at this time, don't get a bird. Just don't. If you love birds and don't have time or money right now, go to a rescue, go to an adoption, and just tell them you want to volunteer. I wish we had one around here and I would do it every week, but unfortunately we don't. But they would love to have help from people who just want to learn more about birds, or don't have time to own one but would love to be around birds. You can do that, and you could even do that before you decide to adopt. That way you know, hey, I really thought I loved birds, but I can't handle that screaming all the time, because I'm telling you, your bird's gonna scream sometimes. So it's just things to think about. And trying to think of anything else. And also, I would say, I don't want to come across and make anybody mad or upset anybody, but do not buy from a breeder. Please adopt if you do anything. There are so many birds out there that need good homes. I know where Ozzy was staying, there was 30 birds. She keeps 30 birds at all times. When one goes out for adoption, she brings one of the same species in, and her waiting list was over 100 birds. So please do not buy from a breeder. Go to you can save so much money, and you can give a bird a great life. And most of these birds just want some love and attention. And some of them, like Ozzy, wasn't treated bad. His family just became allergic to his dander, and it was heartbreaking for them to get rid of him. So we ended up with a great bird because he was trained. He loves people. He would go to anybody. So we really looked up and got a good bird. And you can do that at adoptions and rescues. It's not just all these horror stories. And even if you do take in a bird like that, like I would love to do that one day once I have some more, once I'm used to birds a little more, and because Ozzy's our first bird. So once we're used to it a little more, I would love to take in a bird that has been abused or mistreated and give them a good life and train them and show them that they can trust people, because that's the biggest thing, is your bird earning your trust. So I hope this has helped you. Just please adopt and don't shop. I know you hear that all the time from a lot of people, but I feel that way with all animals, dogs, cats, birds, whatever animal. Just adopt. You don't have to go buy a brand new one. All these need love too. Like I said, this is our new channel for Mr. Ozzy. He's been so good here, like he always is. He's a little different than your average cockatoo. He's just very, very well behaved, and we were blessed with that. So just look for more adventures from us, and y'all have a great day.